Hi, I'm Jason. Welcome to another quality video from ApplianceVideo.com. Today we are working on this Whirlpool freestanding range. We will show you how to remove and replace the broil element. To begin this repair, we must first access the rear and remove the back panels. Stop. Before beginning any repair, be sure to always disconnect the power to the appliance. It is also recommended to test the outlet for proper voltage. We must first remove the lower panel here with the two Phillips screws. Lower it down. You can just set it aside. And then there are 12 number 2 Phillips screws that hold the upper panel on. And then you just lower it down, disengage it from the top panel, and slide it right off. With the back panels removed, we have clear access to our broil element. Some reasons why you might need to replace your broil element are when you have it set on broil, it's not heating. You might see a burnt spot on the element. You might see the broil element that only half of it is glowing. What you're going to want to do is unplug your element. With a volt ohm meter, you're going to want to check for power coming into your element. You should have 240 volts. You're going to want to be careful because this is 240 volts that'll shock you pretty good. Stick your terminals in there. Check for power. If you have power, you're going to move on to the broil element. Make sure you have the power disconnected. You're going to take your volt ohm meter set on ohms and check the broil element. You should have between 10 and 50 ohms, which this one's testing good at 30. But let's say you didn't get that, and we will show you how to replace it. Now we'll go back around to the front. Now that we're back around to the front, we're going to open the door to remove it. You're going to flip these two tabs up and then lift the door up until it locks into place. You're going to lift and pull out with the door, and it'll disengage and come right off, so you will set it aside. You're going to want to pull out your racks. Set those aside. With the door and racks removed, we have clear access and easy access to our broil element. There are 4 screws that hold it in place, 2 in the back and 2 in the top. The easiest way to do it is take the 2 back ones out first. And then with one hand holding your element, take the top screws out. And then grab your element, slide it out the installation in the back, and set it aside. To install the broil element, you're going to take the terminal end of the element, slide it in through the slots of the back wall, and push it through the insulation. You're going to take your screws. The easiest thing to do is to start the upper screws so that they hold the element. And there are 2 upper screws to put in. Once you have have those installed, install your 2 back screws. Now you can reinstall the racks and door. To install your racks, you're going to take your rack, slide it in at an upward angle, and rotate it down, and push it back. Grab your door that you had set off to the side, insert the 2 hinges into the slot. The bottom will engage. Keep pushing down on the door to unlock it. Push your tabs back into the hinge and close your door. Now we'll finish the repair up at the back. With your broil element installed, make sure that you have your insulation pushed back so your holes are sealed up. Take your wires, plug them back in, make sure you have a good tight connection, and then install your back panel. To install the rear panel, you must first slide the top of the panel up under the console. Line up your screw holes. And hold the panel and install one of the screws to hold the panel for you. And now that you got that one in, move on to the other side while still holding the panel. And now that you've got that one held, you can finish the rest of the screws. Next, we'll install the lower panel, and there are 4 tabs you must engage into the back of the oven. And slide them in and then slide it up until your screw holes align. And this will complete the repair. Thank you for watching another quality video brought to you by ApplianceVideo.com.